Okay, number 14, a little more complicated. So we're gonna do one thing first. I'm gonna add, excuse me, I'm gonna add this 9 minus square root of 9 minus 2a to both sides. So what we get is the square root of 9 minus 2a, and then minus 2 equals the square root of 1 minus a. Now to undo square roots, we know we need to square, so we're going to square both sides. Now this is where it can get a little tricky. The right side isn't bad. Square root of 1 minus a squared is just 1 minus a. But when I square the left side, that means I have to multiply that thing by itself. So I'm going to take, I'm going to do this off to the side here. I'm going to take the square root of 9 minus 2a minus 2 and multiply it by itself. And if you'd like, you could do this with the box. And it might actually be easier to do it with the box, but we'll go through it with FOIL. So to FOIL it, I'm going to multiply the first terms together. And that's really saying the square root of 9 minus 2a squared. So it just undoes the square root. Outside terms. So I have negative 2 times the square root of 9 minus 2a. Inside terms, same thing. And then last terms would be plus 4. And then let's just clean this up a little bit. So this right here is going to be negative 4 times the square root of 9 minus 2a. And then I've got 9 plus 4 is 13. And then I've got negative 2a. All right, so all of that's going to go back into my equation, right? So I have negative 4 times the square root of 9 minus 2a plus 13 minus 2a. I'm running out of room there. And then what I'll do is I'm going to try to isolate the square root. So I want to get everything that's not a square root on the other side. So I'm going to start by adding 2a to both sides. So I still have negative 4 times the square root of 9 minus 2a plus 13 is equal to 1 plus a. Let's subtract 13 from both sides. Now I have negative 4 times the square root of 9 minus 2a equals negative 12 plus a. And then I'm going to go ahead and divide by negative 4. So we end up with the square root of 9 minus 2a equals. So this is going to be 3. Now I'm going to think of this as minus 1/4 a. It's the same thing as saying plus a divided by negative 4. And again, I need to undo the square root, so I'm going to square both sides. Seems like we're just kind of running in a circle, but this will get rid of all of the square roots for us. So on the left side, we just have 9 minus 2a. On the right side, now I've got to multiply that guy out. So let me do that off to the side. So once again, we'll multiply first terms, outside terms. So that's going to be minus 3/4 a. Inside terms, minus 3/4 a. And then last term, so it's going to be plus 1/16 a squared. Cleaning that up a little bit gives me 9 minus, so it's going to end up being 6/4, or we can reduce that to 3/2 a plus 1/16 a squared. All right, so let's put that back in over here. 9 minus 3/2 a plus 1/16 a squared. And then I'm going to move everything to one side. So subtract 9, add 2a. Subtract 9, add 2a. All right, we're going to get 0 equals. So 9 minus 9 is 0. Negative 3/2 a plus 2a. That's like saying negative 1/2 a plus 2a. So it's 1/2 a plus 1/16 a squared. And at this point, we just need to solve this equation by factoring out a GCF, or in this case, even just factoring out just a common factor of A. So if I factor out A, I'm going to get 1/2 plus 1/16 A. And now I can set both factors equal to 0 and solve. So we get A equals 0 and 1/2 plus 1/16 A equals 0. So 1/16 A equals negative 1/2. And then multiply both sides by 16, and we're going to get A equals negative 8. The only thing you have left to do here is check to make sure that both of these work in the original equation. I'm going to leave that check to you. Check with the answer key to see if both answers work, and then that's it.